Welcome back to Know My Neighborhood. San Antonio's origin story starts right here in the heart of the city. And when you think of local history, you may think of the Alamo, or should I say, remember it.
That's right, always. People also think of the Riverwalk when they think downtown San Antonio. Whether you're from here or from out of town, it transformed how people use this part of the city, how they see it. And we found out it was all one man's idea, who actually got fired before it was finished. This was the idea way back when.
This was the idea way back when in the 1930s.
This was decades in the making, nearly a century-old idea now.
So about 1910, the citizens thought there should be a park along the river, and that it should be a place where people would come and everything would be very quiet.
Before the park, there was a well-known problem.
There was a movement after successive floods to do some river improvements. As early as the 1860s, there were proposals to build a dam, to build retaining walls.
In 1921, it happened. A flood devastated downtown San Antonio. Water rose 11 feet. 50 people were killed. It prompted the construction of the Olmos Dam north of downtown and the building of a cutoff channel along the river to eliminate the flooding threat. Then came a young architect with an idea.
Robert H. Hugman was very young. He was 27 years old in 1929 when he came up with what he called the Shops of Aragon and Romula. Sounds like Game of Thrones or something.
He'd taken a job in New Orleans as an architect.
And he said New Orleans did such a great job with its French history. San Antonio needs to do that with its Spanish history.
It was Hugman's idea to make the San Antonio River a destination, a place with shops and restaurants.
And what was clever about it was he was showing the business community a way to capture more land by having business at the river level and at the street level. Then the stock market crashed.
So the Riverwalk idea would have to wait another 10 years until 1939. The work finally got started, but then Hugman got fired, all because of what is a Riverwalk signature today, limestone.
When limestone is cut, it's very fresh and looks very new. And a whole lot of people didn't like that.
And he kept pleading, wait till it grows in, wait till the plants grow in, it'll look much better, which was true, ultimately.
The project was finished without Hugman, but it wasn't an overnight success.
Once it was a destination area, how did that change downtown?
Well, it didn't really change downtown for a long time. In the late 30s, early 1940s, there was still only one or two restaurants down here. And people still perceived it to be a dangerous place to come. And it wasn't until Hemisphere.
Until we got Hemisphere.
The thing that really brought the Riverwalk home and transformed the city was Hemisphere.
San Antonio playing host to the World's Fair in 1968 brought Hemisphere, hotels, and eventually those Riverwalk restaurants Hugman envisioned nearly 40 years earlier. Hemisphere reinvigorated an interest in downtown San Antonio and brought to life the Riverwalk buzz that's still on these banks today.
Come down here and you're in another world, no matter what part of town you're coming from. This is different, and it's San Antonio, and how lucky we are.
How lucky we are. And we have to mention that we found out Robert Hugman, whose idea the Riverwalk was, he got a bit of redemption. So sometime in the early 80s, when they dedicated those bells that hang on the stage at the Arneson River Theater, they had one dedicated in his honor. It has his name on it. So it kind of came full circle. This project that he got some backlash for is now something everyone loves.
I also learned from the locals that there is a bar named after him.
That's right.
Hugman's Hideaway. Never been there, but now I want to go. We are back with Know My Neighborhood downtown, where we're learning what it is like to live life as a local downtown. And it's no secret, driving around, it kind of looks like parts of downtown are undergoing major surgery.
Yeah, construction has turned some normally very busy streets into blocked off cone zones. We're seeing a big impact from that during Fiesta, all the events happening down here. Katrina Weber found out how people who live here are overcoming these bumps in the road.
No matter how much he prepares, Steve Wood knows he's in for a rough ride. He's getting ready to give a downtown bike tour, lately full of detours.
We may find out that yesterday that street was open, today that street is closed.
Road construction, he says, has him constantly rerouting. Cone zones have closed off several main streets.
Luckily, we have the flexibility to work around things. We just have to explain to our guests, well, you may not see the Alamo today.
The city of San Antonio is doing major long-term work on a stretch of Broadway south of Hildebrand, on and around Santa Rosa Street, and on South Alamo between Market and Cesar Chavez.
Oh, it's a mess. Yeah.
So
It's a lot of construction going on.
The street closures can catch some visitors by surprise. Others live with this every day.
It definitely takes some navigation getting through this. I log into where I'm going, where I'm leaving from, where I'm going, and it gives me all kinds of routes.
Christopher Moore uses a phone app to get around by bus. He has parked his car for good at his downtown home, but he says his usual 15-minute trip to work is now an hour-long ordeal. In some cases, even walking can be difficult. If I was trying to cross from this corner to, say, Hemisphere Park over there, well, there just aren't a lot of options. We saw some people chancing it by crossing in the middle of busy Cesar Chavez. A few blocks away, this couple is doing their best to feel festive instead of frustrated.
We'd like for it to be done and so we can get around a lot easier.
They say they sometimes drive the back roads, but often end up stuck in traffic.
You just have to wait it out.
Oh, definitely. Playing, of course, their favorite music and the radio, and you just have to have patience.
For others, the end of the road for the construction work can't come soon enough. I know you're probably thinking, what a mess, right? Well, there is some good news about Broadway. Part of it already reopened. The rest should reopen by September, the end of September. And as far as those other two projects, we're talking about next spring, 2025.
Now, it's funny you bring up Broadway because I was just thinking, when was the last time Fiesta parades went down Broadway?
Right.
Doesn't it seem like it was a long time ago? Now, I know those are the three major projects, but there are other projects happening as well.
Right. One that comes to mind is on southbound 35, right there at Brooklyn Avenue. We know that very well. Well, that has been closed for almost a year because of the fire that they had under the highway. And we understand from TxDOT that they're going to have to demolish the whole thing, and that will take place next month. And then they say the rebuilding will start in June. So stay tuned on that. Might be a while.
Yeah, that affects people who live down here and people who travel down here as well.
Who work down here, yes.
Thank you, Katrina.
Sure,
we're just getting started with Know My Neighborhood downtown.
Welcome back to Know My Neighborhood, downtown San Antonio. In our first half hour, we covered some of the concerns about living here in the heart of the city. But there's also so much to celebrate, like what makes living down here so easy.
Yeah, the people who live down here tell us there is always something going on downtown. And as we take a live look with Drone 12, you can see Nyosa just across the street, Nyosa 2024. Just one of the examples of what's around every corner. Something happening all the time. Definitely a perk to living here.
Yeah, having all this in your backyard, that convenience, though, it does come with a cost. But some downtowners tell our Daniela Ibarra the trade-off is worth it.
Beyond the river, its canopy of trees and whimsical wildlife, the beauty of downtown lies in its culture and people.
So I like to say I was born on the river, and now we live right on the river, so I will die on the river.
Kathy Meyer has watched the river ebb and flow alongside her home for around 20 years. Tourist destinations like the San Fernando Cathedral and Main Plaza are just around the block.
It's a great spot to have a museum in the center of the city like that. And not for nothing, there's our liquor store right over there.
So there's a little bit of everything downtown. Yeah. Just like the skyline, Kathy says downtown has evolved. But what's always been the same is the city's congeniality.
It's fun to either drive through or walk through and see people you know and just wave and say hello.
So people who live downtown actually know each other?
Yes. Well, we're a neighborhood. Yes, we We know our neighbors. And you can tell worker bees, and you can tell tourists, you can tell residents.
And there's plenty of new ones. Amina Thomas used to live by UTSA, but downtown drew her in.
Really have your fingerprint on a lot of the essence of San Antonio here in downtown area, and I really enjoy that.
What's it like living in downtown during Fiesta?
To me, it's fun because I love being around people. I love seeing the celebrations. I love the noise.
You just count your blessings you don't have to park somewhere because parking is an issue. Name a city where you go and you don't pay for parking.
While downtown is compact, that doesn't mean the living spaces are.
So I know when people think downtown, they think cramped, but this is clearly not cramped.
This is clearly not cramped.
Tony Cantu says he can make plans just by looking out from his balcony.
It's all very walkable. There's things, you can go to the Majestic, the Empire Theater.
Is there anything that you miss or that you feel like you're missing out on because you live downtown?
No, actually we're not missing out on anything.
But that really depends on who you ask.
Not necessity things, but I would love a pedicure place. I would love a more convenient dry cleaner. But pretty much everything else you need downtown is here.
It may not have everything she wants, but for Kathy, this is home, and all are welcome.
Does it ever bother you having that many people here downtown in your neighborhood?
Oh, the more the merrier. You know, we can't get enough people. It is our neighborhood, but it's everybody's place to come.
I love that Kathy said that she knows her neighbors. A lot of people might think living in a high rise, living in apartments above businesses, you might not get to know your neighbors, but that's not the case downtown.
Yeah, no, I mean, I grew up in San Antonio and I just thought of downtown as a tourist spot, but I mean, they know everything. Like, they know who owns what store on the corner. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Does this make you want to move downtown?
A little bit, except for the traffic.
Yeah.
Except for some of that construction.
Yeah.
And what did you tell me about Kathy?
Oh, I want to be her when I grow up. She seems so fun.
She's awesome. I love the fact that she says I was born at the Knicks, so she was born on the river. She lives there. She thinks she's going to die on the river.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, she was cool.
Yeah.
Dedication to downtown. Thank you, Danielle.
Thanks, Daniela. Before we go, I want to give a shout out to one of our viewers. I always say KSAT has the best viewers. Yep. Allison from Lola's Boutique on South Flores made this shirt for me. She brought it to me at 5:30, so that's why I made the wardrobe change between shows.
It was a good choice.
Thank you. Yeah.
But that's what we love about Know My Neighborhood. We get to come out in our communities and meet so many of you. Thank you for joining us for Know My Neighborhood Downtown.
See you on the Night Beat.